we're doing good. Yeah, the fender's a little tweaked. A little bit that way, and you know, we can kind of manipulate it a little. It's probably because of this stay is bent right here. I think the main problem is the bike was in an accident. It crunched it there, crunched it here, bent this stay. But if you look down, you're okay. What do you want? It's a bike from 1947 with original wheels, reproduction tires. Yeah, you're not gonna get pinned straight on this thing. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's make sure pedals. And pedals. Okay, the last thing I think we're gonna address is the pedals have actual mold on them. And I mean, I don't really care, but I kind of do care. So we're gonna take some towels and we're gonna take some Armor. I probably should have done this, you know, in preparation for doing this video. But you know, not everything is all perfectly like it's supposed to be. Yeah, there's actual mold on here, and I just, something just bugs me about having actual mold, even though it's on your foot. You know, it's nasty. Ew. Between there. And these are kind of an early Schwinn rolly pedal. There's these pedals from the 60s that Schwinn people have nicknamed rollies. And this is not one of them actually, because I think it can be tightened. But they just roll around on your feet and they're kind of dangerous. And the Stingray crowd is basically nicknamed them Schwinn rollies because they roll around and your foot falls off. Sweet. Okay, so you can actually tell on this pedal, the crank is fine. The pedal is a little bit bent. The shaft is bent, and when you tighten it down, it's bent a little bit that way. And you can actually tell if you were to put a straight edge on this. Pretty sure you can see that. Let's go up here and see. Yeah, see how it's kind of bent that way? The shaft is bent. It's not the cranks. The cranks are good as the day they were forged. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to... You can bend Schwinn cranks, by the way. And don't ask me how I know. Okay, so we're gonna put some glue on that. And Schwinn rollies, you can roll them around and clean them. Yeah, they're Schwinn rollies. They're roll around so you can clean them. Okay, I don't even want to try to tighten these up. I know that these will never do anything. They'll just spin. It looks like somebody even hacksawed into them. Yeah, it looks like somebody tried. Let's look at that. Yeah, it looks like somebody at one point tried to tighten these. Look at that little hacksaw mark. They were putting a screwdriver there and trying to tighten that little carriage bolt that spins. Let's look at this side. Wow, the funny things you find on old bikes. Yeah, and this one, nobody hacksawed these yet. I guess they gave up. They gave up when this wouldn't tighten up. Yeah, it's funny about old bikes. Maybe these pedals didn't come with this bike. I don't, maybe they were just thrown in the box. I don't know. All right, so let's pop it back over and adjust everything for riding. Not that that's gonna happen today. At least you'll know how to do it. Okay. Try to use your legs as much as possible. It's hard not to use your back on this part. But if you grab it with the pedal through here, grab it by the fork, grab it under the seat, and just give it a whirl. And if you have to drop it, obviously you have to drop it. Okay, so yeah, this is way out of adjustment because we were just using this basically as a bike stand. So now, for riding purposes, we have to make this right. And there's no real on a Schwinn cruiser, you're not really getting the leg extension you need unless you're like 4 feet tall. So, you know, just bring this up to the minimum assertion line. Usually on newer Schwinns, there's a little line here. But rule of thumb is the seat post has to be at least down to here. You're gonna break the top off. You need a couple of inches in there. I'm good with this, where this is at, because I'm aware of, you know, it's a Schwinn cruiser. You're not getting the leg extension you need. That's not gonna happen. So just, you know, get happy. But yeah, we'll make that right in a minute. Let's make these right first. Like I say, I had the wrong wrench with me today, and I don't feel like going out to the truck to get it, so we're just gonna use this big crescent wrench and try not to scratch the chrome. What's left of the chrome. All right, so yeah, we're sitting on it. We're sitting on it, it feels good. Well, the seat adjustment doesn't. I'd say right around there. I've already pre-greased this bolt earlier. I did kind of prep that. So I'm good. I'm happy with the way these threads feel. Get a little test. Okay, so now we're gonna adjust the angle, which is a little bit off. Like I said, we just threw this together to turn it upside down, but I can see that it's off a little. So we're gonna twist it a little. This is not super tight yet. So we twisted it, we put the wheel here, and we twisted that to where it's straight. And now we're gonna put a final ump on this middle one here. Wrong wrench, I know. Not going out to the truck to find a 1/2-inch wrench when it's snowing. Okay, that feels pretty good. All right, and this one, that seat's a little wonky. We gotta adjust that seat angle. Yeah, that's not happening. That is not happening. Okay. You can always tell when seats are stripped out, this middle part. When you get them loose and you turn them, they should like notch, 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 notch. And if they just move easily, that center part that connects the seat is chewed up and stripped. Getting it straight, okay. If you don't feel that notch, that means there's just clean, shiny, scraped off metal in there. And your seat is probably never really gonna tighten up. You might get it, you know, for a few rides, but you go off a curb or a jump or something and it's all over. Your seat's just flopping around. Okay, let's see, there was one other thing I was gonna do. Forget what it was. Oh, wipe that grease off. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's been out in the shop a few days. Okay, yeah, this looks good. All right, and so yeah, I remember now. There's a trick. This is not recommended, but see, these grips are kind of loose, right? I'll show you the trick if I can find it. Just give me a sec. Hang on a sec. Yeah, this is the trick. You'll see, I know it sounds strange, but cheap Scotch tape, and you take the grip off. See, this grip is loose right now. It could slide off, you could fall, something could happen. Take a 7/8 wrench or a giant crescent, put it against there. If you can get it off, you can fix it. Maybe not. And in this case, it's not coming off. Well, See if this one comes off. No, I can't get them off. Okay, well, not without a heat gun. So in this case, I'm just gonna live with it, but if you could get it off, oh wait, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, I'm not gonna live with it. Oh, there's a burr on the end. That's why it wouldn't come. Somebody pounded on that. I don't have a file with me, but anyway, so I'll show you what to do now. Make sure that's pretty much rust free, you know. Stick a towel in there, put some hot water in there, let it dry, whatever. And take some Scotch tape. And you don't start way down here. You start like right here. And don't put a lot on. You don't need a lot. Well, I don't think we're gonna get much anyway. That's all we're gonna get. Well, hang on a sec. I'm not giving up. Here we go. Okay. We gotta follow through on teaching you how to do it the wrong way. You know, if you're gonna do it the wrong way, you gotta follow through. Anyway, so you build up the Scotch tape, just one roll. You don't need a lot.